Now it's time to learn Standard 8, Unit 3, Supplementary, the 3 questions written by Leo Tolstoy. Children, before I will start this, one motivational quote for you. Success does not just find you, you have to go out and get it. Okay. So now let us see about our author, Leo Tolstoy. It is there in page number 89. Leo Tolstoy, 1828 to 1910, was a Russian writer who is regarded as one of the greatest authors of all time. So he is considered as the greatest author of all time. He is best known for the novels War and Peace in 1869 and Anna Karenina in 1877, or the finest novel ever written by our author. Okay, I would like to share one more important fact, important news about our author Leo Tolstoy. That is, we all know Leo Tolstoy is very fluent in English, French and German. Not only these languages, he also knows to read Greek, Latin, Spanish, Italian, Ukrainian, Turkish and Bulgarian. Okay, he knows all these languages to read. Now we will see the lesson, 3 questions. Actually here children, in this lesson, our king, this lesson is about our king. The king wants to find the answers for 3 questions. So these are the 3 questions. He wants to find the answers for 3 questions. So he called many learned persons, many counselors to discuss about these answers, but he didn't find the answer for these questions. He went to discuss with Hermit. Hermit is the wise man who lives in that place. Okay, so we shall see the lesson now, which is there in the page number 82. The 3 questions written by Leo Tolstoy. Section 1. There was a king who had 3 questions in his mind that if he always knew the right time to begin everything, if he knew who were the right people to listen to and to whom to avoid, and above all, if he always knew what was the most important thing to do, he would never fail in anything he might undertake. So actually this king, our Leo Tolstoy king, he has done many good things and he wants to find out the answer for those 3 questions so that he can do good to everyone. Okay, so what is the first question he wants to find the answer for? What was the right time for every action? What is the right time to begin everything, every action? Second question, who are the most necessary people? Who is the most important people? Third question, what was the most important thing to do? So which is the most important thing to do? So he wants to find the answers for these 3 questions. And this thought having occurred to him, he had proclaimed, meaning of proclaimed is announced officially throughout the kingdom, that he would give a great award to anyone who would teach him what was the right time for every action, who were the most necessary people, and how he might know what was the most important thing to do. So these 3 questions comes to the mind of king, and he announced officially, he proclaimed officially, and he also announced that whoever answers these 3 questions, they will be rewarded. They will be rewarded, it may be with money or gold coins, whatever it may be. Okay, and learned men came to the king, but they all answered these questions differently. So all the learned people who are all very educated in his kingdom, they all came to his place, palace, and but they answered in different way. In reply to the first question, some said that to know the right time for every action, one must draw up in advance a table of days, months and years and must live strictly according to it. One again for every action. So one is saying to prepare a timetable. Other learners are saying no, it is impossible. We cannot prepare a timetable and all beforehand. If it is for 1 year, we can plan. For coming up years, you have to plan. That is really impossible, is it? Then, but not that letting oneself be observed in idle pastime. One should always attend to all that was going on and then do what was most needful. Others again said, however attentive the king might be to what was what was going on, it was impossible for one man to decide correctly the right time for every action, but that he should have a council of wise men who would help him to fix the proper time for everything. So others are saying that it is impossible to fix a timetable and go according to it. I told you. And some other learned persons are saying that it is very difficult. Actually, you have to do according to it. Whenever the king is needed, you have to go and help it. So this was said by some other learned persons. But all answers were not in a good manner. It was not accepted by our king. But then again, others said there was something which could not wait to be laid before a council, but about which one had at once to decide whether to undertake them or not. But in order to decide that, one must know beforehand what was going to happen. It is only magicians who know that, and therefore in order to know the right time for every action, one must consult magician. So I told you that for the answer for the first question, learned person said that he has to prepare a timetable, and then others are saying you have to work according to the timetable. But this answer was not accepted by the king, and some other learned person are saying the only person who knows the future, who knows what is going to happen in the future, that is magician. So it is better to consult with magician so that we can begin the right time, so that we can begin everything in a right time. Okay, this was the answer given by the learned persons. Then, equally various were the answers to the second question. Some said the people, the king, the most needed were his counselors, others the priests, others the doctors, while some said the warriors were the most necessary. Then, for the answer for the second question, first question they all discussed, that is to prepare a timetable and ask a magician so that he can say about the future, then we can begin in that right time. So second, who were the people? It was not accepted by the king now. Second question, who were the most necessary people? So who is the most important people? So for that, again the learned persons are saying it may be a counselors, it may be a priest, it may be doctors, it may be a warrior. Warrior in the sense experienced brave soldiers. So they are the most important person. So who is giving all these answers? Learned men are giving. To whom they are giving? To the king. Then for the third answer, what they are giving? See, to the third question, as to what was most important occupation, most important thing to do. So what is the answer they are giving? See, some replied that the most important thing in the world was science. So for them, which is the most important thing to do? Most important work for them is the science. And others said it was skill in warfare, and others again that it was religious worship. So immediately one is saying, one will oppose that. So there will be a debate in that. So in the same way, as soon as they said it's science, they said that no, that is used only for the war, and I think religious worship is the most important thing to do. So all these questions were very different, very annoyed. So what did they say? So all the answers being different, the king agreed with none of them and gave the reward to none. So he didn't give reward to anyone. But still, wishing to find the right time to his questions, he decided to consult a hermit widely renowned for his wisdom. So, to get a right answer for these questions, he decided to meet hermit. He is known for his wisdom. His best quality is wisdom. Actually, wisdom is what? The quality of having experience, knowledge and good judgment. So, he decided to meet a hermit. See, where the hermit lives, we will see now. The hermit lived in a wood. Wood in the sense not the woods. Here he lives in the forest, in the middle of the forest, which he never quitted. And he but common folk, that is common people. So the king put on simple clothes and before reaching the hermit's cell, dismounted from his horse, leaving his bodyguard behind. He went on alone. Actually, children, if we have to interact with somebody, we will be changing like them, how they look, how their appearance, how they used to do dressing in such a way. To some extent, we'll change ourselves. In the same way, king wants to meet hermit, so he changed himself wearing a simple. So he went to meet hermit now. So how is his appearance? Hermit is a simple looking person who is very frail and weak. So to actually children, to interact with somebody, we too will change our appearance. In the same way, king to meet hermit, he changed his appearance. He just went to meet hermit wearing a simple clothes, and he also dismounted from his horse. He went by walking to meet the hermit without his bodyguards. Okay, see here. Page number 84. The hermit lived in a order which he never quitted, and he received none but common folk. So the king put on simple clothes and before reaching the hermit's cell, dismounted from his horse, leaving his bodyguard behind. He went on alone. Okay, he went alone to meet hermit. When the king approached, the hermit was digging the ground in front of his hut. Seeing the king, he greeted him and went on digging. The hermit was frail and weak, and each time he stuck his spade into the ground and turned a little earth. He breathed heavily. So as soon as the king reached the hermit's place, hermit greeted him, and he was when the king came to his place, actually our hermit was digging the ground. After seeing the king, he just greeted him, but he continued doing the digging work. Okay, doing the same digging work. And when he did one earthing with the spade, he gave a long breath there. Okay, so actually he is very weak and frail. Okay, the king went to him and said, "I have come to you, wise hermit, to ask you the answer of 3 questions. How can I learn to do the right thing at right time? Who are the people I most need, and whom should I therefore pay more attention than to the rest, and what are the most important and need my first attention?" So again, after meeting the hermit, he started actually in his mind, he wants to find the answer for these 3 questions. So as soon as he sees the hermit, okay, I have come here, hermit, to ask you the answers for 3 questions. These are my 3 questions. What is the first question? What was the right time for every action? What is the right time to begin every work? Who are the most necessary people? Who are the most important people? Then what was the most important thing to do? What is the most important occupation to do? So these are the 3 questions he wants to find the answers for this. Then the hermit listened to the king but answered nothing. He just pat on his hand and commenced digging. So the hermit, he listened to what the king is saying, but he didn't give any reply. He didn't give any answer for this. "You are tired," said the king. "Let me take this spade and work a while for you." "Thanks," said the hermit, and giving the spade to the king, he sat down on the ground. So king found him, saying him, this hermit is very tired. So he asked the spade, "So shall I dig for you? Shall I dig the ground in spite of you?" So immediately hermit, he gave the spade to the king. See, actually what we will do when any higher officials or heads come, or when we see any rich educated, more than that any rich people, immediately we will do everything. So but hermit is not like that. He gave immediately spade for him to work there. So "Thanks," said the hermit, and giving the spade to the king, he sat down on the ground. When he had dug 2 beds, the king stopped and repeated his questions. The hermit again gave no answer but rose and stretched out his hands for the spade and said. So immediately king, after digging for 2 beds, and he asked again these 3 questions, and our hermit, no, he just rose up and he asked for the spade. "I will do it." And but the king did not give him the spade and continued to dig. 1 hour passed and another. The sun began to sink behind the trees, and the king at last stuck the spade into the ground and said, "I came to you, wise man, for an answer to my questions. If you can give me none, tell me so, I will return home." So has started sink. He didn't receive any answer, so he got hyper, he got tense, he threw the spade in the ground and said, listen Hermit, the wise man, I came here to get the answer of these 3 questions, but you didn't give me a none, so it's time up. If you are not ready to give the answers, let me go home. Here comes someone running, said the hermit. Let us see who it is. So when he was about to say, when the king was about to say, let me go home if you are not ready to say any answer, during that time, hermit gave a reply. What is that reply? Here comes someone running. So someone is coming, someone is about to reach the hermit's house. Who is that person? We will see now in the section 2, page number 87. The king turned round and saw a bearded man coming out of the wood. The man held his hands pressed against his stomach and blood was flowing from under them. When he reached the king, he fell fainting on the ground, moaning feebly. See, section 2. The king turned round and saw a bearded man coming out of the wood. The man held his hand pressed against his stomach and blood was flowing from under them. When he reached the king, he fell fainting on the ground, moaning feebly. Moaning in the sense crying feebly. The king, the hermit, unfastened the man's clothing. Man's clothing, unfastened in the sense disconnected, removing the man's clothing. They were a large wound in his stomach. The king washed it as best he could and bandaged it with his handkerchief and with the towel the hermit had. But the blood would not stop flowing. And the king again and again removed the bandage, soaked with warm blood and washed and rebandaged the wound. When at last the blood ceased flowing, ceased in the sense stopped, flowing, the man revived in the sense consciousness, and asked for something to drink. The king brought fresh water and gave it to him. Meanwhile, the sun had set and it had become cool. So the king, with the hermit's help, carried the wounded man into the hut and laid him on the bed. Lying on the bed, the man closed his eyes and was quiet. But the king was so tired from his walk and from the work he had done that he crouched in the sense stopped down on the threshold in the sense entrance, and also fell asleep so soundly that he slept all through the short summer night. So as I have told you in the last section, we just received that, we saw that our king, he wants to find the answer for 3 questions, so he came to hermit, the wise man, and he didn't get answer from him, but he helped the hermit in digging the ground. When he was with a tense mood, that is, he was going on doing his work until the sun gets set, but he didn't get any answer from the hermit. So during that time, he found that a wounded man, a bearded man, coming towards the hermit's hut. So immediately hermit and our king both unfastened. In the sense, they removed his dress, that is his top, and then he just cleaned. He just he just cleaned his wound with a bandage and then with the warm water until the blood gets stopped. He used his handkerchief and towel. With the warm water, he go on cleaning that blood which is coming from his stomach, and at last it has stopped now, and he has started receiving his consciousness. After his conscious now, he gave our king, he gave warm water to the wounded person, to the bearded man. He drank it, and he just hermit, along with the hermit's help, our king took this bearded man inside the hut where there is a bed, and he lied on the bed. This wounded man, he laid on the bed and he took rest. Since it has become night time now, our king also took rest in the entrance of his house. Why? Because he has got very tired. He came walking to his house, it is to hermit house, and then there also he helped our hermit. So he got very tired and he took rest over there. Then next paragraph. When he awoke in the morning, it was long before he could remember where he was and who was the strange bearded man lying on the bed and gazing intently at him with shining eyes. You don't know me, but I know you. Who is saying this? Wounded man is saying, I am that enemy of yours who sowed grabbed his property. I knew you had gone alone to see the hermit, and I resolved to kill you on your way back. But the day passed and you did not return. So I came out from my ambush, from the sudden attack, surprise attack, to find you, came upon your bodyguard, and they recognized me and wounded me. I escaped from them, but should have bled to death had you not dressed my wound. I wish to kill you, and you have saved my life. Now, if I live, if you wish it, I will serve you as your most faithful slave, and will bid my sons to do the same. Forgive me. So now the king is saying all his history. What is that story? Actually, king, I came here to kill you. I have come to know that you have reached the hermit's place alone to discuss about the 3 questions. So I came here to kill you. But why? Because actually the king has killed in some situation. So has killed his brother, and king has seized all his property also. So since you did this, I came here to kill you. But since you didn't return back to the palace, I came in searching you. But your bodyguards recognized me, and they planned to kill me, and I got wounded. But even though I was in the mind of taking revenge on you, but you saved my life. So please forgive my forgive my negative thoughts, and give me a chance to save you. That is to be as a slave. Okay. The king was very glad to have made peace with his enemy so easily, and to have gained him for a friend. And he not only forgave him, but said he would send his servant and his own physician to attend him, and promised to restore his property. So actually he asked forgiveness to him, and immediately king accepted, because king was very happy to make a peace with the enemy, and he said that it's okay, no problem. I'll send my soldiers along with the physician in the sense doctor, to take care of you, and I will give you all your properties back to you. So having taken leave of a wounded man, the king went out in a coach and looked around for the hermit. Before going away, he wished once more to beg an answer to the question he had put. The hermit was outside on his knees, sowing seeds in the beds that had been dug the day before. So then he gave, after getting a leave or this lover from wounded man, he came out in search of hermit. Hermit during that time he was sowing the seeds by kneeling down, and our king, he came to the hermit to get the answers of these 3 questions. So the king approached him and said, "For the last time, I pray you to answer my questions, wise man." So king, I told he came to the hermit, the wise man, and he asked, "For the last time, I am asking you, hermit, the wise man, please answer my 3 questions." "You have already been answered," said the hermit. The hermit is saying, "You have got the answers already." Still crouching on his thin legs and looking up at the king who stood before him. So he was kneeling down, I told you, and king was standing, and by kneeling himself he looked at the king and said, "You have got the answers already, my king." "How answered? What do you mean?" asked the king. So our king got surprised. How did I get the answer? When did I get the answer? Okay, see, now he is explaining, hermit is explaining. "Do you not see?" replied the hermit. "If you had not pitied my weakness yesterday, and had not done these words for me, but had gone on way, the man would have attacked you, and you would have repented of not having stayed with me. So the most important time was when you were digging the beds." So he is saying this, actually, you came here to get the answers of these 3 questions. Okay, so immediately after getting pity on me, you started digging the ground. So if you have not getting pity on me and went back to your home, definitely this bearded man might have killed you. So this is that helped me. Okay, first answer he gave. Second, and I was the most important man to do me good was your most important business. Okay, so I was the most important person whom you have helped, and the most important thing, most important business, most important occupation you did is the help. You took pity on me and you helped me. That is the most important thing to do. Okay, afterwards, when the man ran to us, the most important time was when you were attending to him, for if you had not bound up his wounds, he would have died without having made peace with you. So, he was the most important man, and what you did for him was the most important business. Second, he said, when the wounded man, when the bearded man came running after us with his wound on his stomach, immediately you helped him. You bandaged his wound, you helped him, and he was able to make a peace with you. And that he is the most important person for you, and the help which you did on the right time, that is the most important time. And then the help which you did, that is the most important thing to do. I hope you have understood what I am saying. Shall I read that paragraph once again? Do you see, replied the hermit, if you had not pitied my weakness yesterday and had not dug these beds for me, but had gone your way, that man would have attacked you and you would have repented of not having stayed with me. So the most important time was when you were digging the beds, and I was the most important man, and to do me good was your most important business. Afterwards, when that man ran to us, the most important time was when you were attending to him. For if you have not bound up his wounds, he would have died without having made peace with you. So, he was the most important person, and the most important occupation is the help which you did. Okay, so remember then, there is only one time that is important. Now, it is the most important time because it is the only time when we have any power. The most necessary person is the one with whom you are, and for no man knows whether he will ever have dealing with anyone else, and the most important affair is to do that person good, because for that purpose alone was man sent into this world. So he says that, so the most important time, the very right time to begin every action is now. So whatever you want to do it on that moment. Help or whatever it may be, if you want to do, the right time is that to begin on that is the now. And who are the most important, who is the most necessary people in the sense, whoever is there with you, whoever is living along with you, with that person will do the help on the right time, that is on that time. What was the most important thing to do? Why the God has sent us? To help others. If you do all those three things, our life is fulfilled. This is the answer given by our hermit. See, he has given, see, nicely written. There is only one time that is important now. It is the most important time because it is the only time when we have any power. Okay. So actually, these three questions written by Leo Tolstoy is important to us. Why? Because actually it is not only in the lesson. It is for our life also. But it is important to us also. Why? Because these three questions revolves around us. Actually, so doing good to others is always best, and for that purpose alone, man is sent to the world. Okay, ma'am? So now we shall mark the book exercise, which is there in the page number 86. Children, choose the correct answer from the option given below. First question. The king wanted to know the answers for three questions. The hermit lived in a wood. Answer is C, wood. Dash widely renowned for his wisdom. Hermit is widely renowned for his wisdom. Second, fill in the blanks. The answer for the first question was to have a council of wise men to fix the proper time for everything. Answer is council of wise men. Second, dash were referred to know the right magicians were referred to know the right time for every action. The king decided to consult a hermit who is called as the wise man. Okay. Who said these words, which is very important? They all answered this question differently. Who answered this question different? One gave, we have to create the timetable. Do you remember? In the starting I took. So when he asked the 3 questions, to whom he asked? To the learned person. So they gave a different answers to create a timetable, to be prepared what is going to happen in the future, to consult with magician. So who gave all these answers? Learned man. So learned men. They all answered these questions differently. Who gave this? Who said this? Learned men. How can I learn to do the right thing at right time? Who is saying? The king. Now rest a while and let me work a bit. The hermit, while king was digging the ground for the 2 times, third again he asked this question. Immediately a hermit rose up. He asked for the spade. That is what this one. Next question answers I send you to the PDF in WhatsApp. Okay. Next we'll see page number 89. Write true or false for the following statement. The bearded man was an enemy of the king. Yes. So actually he came to take revenge on king, but he was got killed by the king's bodyguard. Not killed, he was got hurted by the king's bodyguard, but our king saved the bearded man's life. Okay. The king and the hermit refused to help the wounded man. False. They both helped him, is it? The wounded man asked for the king's forgiveness. True. The king promised to restore the property of the bearded man. Yes, king finally accepted to send him the physician and then soldier. Along with that, he also promised that he will return back all his property. Okay, ma? So, true, false, true, true. Then match the following: physician, medical practitioner, then restore, bring back, repent, regret, ambush, surprise, attack. Question answers I will send you through the PDF. Children, kindly submit your classwork at office room on Wednesday. Thank you.